if matter cannot be destroyed nor created, what about consciousness? The opinion from a motherfucker with just a high school diploma. So, if you're a neuroscientist or a chemist, I bow down. But, you know, I think of stuff like this, or I ponder on stuff like this, when I see little things turn into big things. Whether it's a small idea that turns into mankind throwing robots onto comets in space, to little motherfuckers saying, "You forgot to put the whipped cream on my frappuccinos." Because what is that thing that makes us want to do shit? The other thought someone said recently, I saw on the YouTubes, was that the body's meant to survive, but it's something else. It's your soul, it's your being that desires more, desires growth, desires something else. And I thought that was real interesting because, you know, with consciousness, and Sam Harris, I used to be a fan of his until he became a Hillary supporter, a supporter of Satan. Yeah. And because I believe he said that even he isn't very clear as to what consciousness is. And if you do believe that you know what consciousness is, you probably don't even know what you're talking about. Then it's a mystery. You know. And with me sitting here going on my mission, I need to think, why is it that I want my mission? You know, why is my mission to create a gallery of work that speaks for itself, then capitalize off of it? Why can't I just go to McDonald's, Taco Bell, fast food chain, serve coffee or mop floors and be like, hey, it's good enough. Food, shelter, paycheck. Why not? There's something that's telling me there's more out there. Something to be done or fulfilled, or something like that. Because also as I'm on this journey, or path, or choice, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, I also think of miserable fucks and cowards. Because miserable fucks, because I don't want to end up a super miserable fuck. I am not the jolliest of persons. But I'm not here to say, oh my goodness, I haven't been discovered yet. Man, I haven't gotten the sales, man. Look at my refrigerator. It's not filled up with stuff that I want in there. Oh man, my drawing setup, it's not the best, man. It's, oh my goodness, I want more. I want this. I want that. I don't. I acknowledge that there could be upgrades, but I don't let it crush me. And I don't know what that is again. Is it a feeling? Is it life simply trying to grow or experience more? I don't know. But if matter cannot be destroyed nor created, because I believe, and all you chemists that are out there, when you burn a piece of paper, it turns into what, carbon or some other element goes into the air, or what breaks down into other particles or elements or protons or neutrons, whatever the proper lingo is. And because we're all gonna kick the bucket. And what happens after that? Does a coward die the same way as a person that got after it? Because even Napoleon Bonaparte, I believe his last word was Josephine, which was one of it. I think it was his wife. I think that eventually cheated on him while he went out and literally fought in the wars. And I thought, man, is that it? Do you go back and recall a highlighted life, or do you finally realize something at the end? Is that the final answer? Living like this or living like that, or being connected, being in love, romance, or is it, or was that a connection there that really existed? I saw a video. I was just watching a video of Hollywood. This is how they get down. And it was saying how the music industry and even Tupac, Puff Daddy and Nelly and all this shit, according to that video, sold their souls to the devil and got butt fucked and got the Bentleys, the Ferraris, the money, the record deals, and women do it too. And the sodomites on these home makeover shows, it's the devil. And should I make, or would the table be smaller? I think it would be smaller, right? Especially if you're having a romantic dinner, the table would be smaller. Change of plans here. Alright, what the fuck was I talking about? But even I think of that. I think, what if someone told me, all right, man, well, do you want that T-shirt deal, the clothing line, the art print business, I'll make a lot of money tattooing, $10,000 income a day, plus more with licensing and this and that. And I think, and just sell us your soul. And I think, wait, is there such thing as a soul? And even if there was a soul, why would you give it away for something that's temporary? Why not build something up again? Because some people look at me and like, man, dude, you got no life. What are you doing over there, man? It's like, is it even, you're not accomplishing anything. And me, I don't put out where I've lived, in what parts of the world I've lived at. what countries I've been to, exactly who I know, all the pleasures, benefits, orgasms I've had from doing this. And by this I mean getting after it, and by this designing the life that I want by the way that I want it. And I remember going with this one fucking idiot, introducing him. Someone who probably thought I couldn't get bitches, I was a lame fuck. You know, I got a little dick and I'm scared to talk to girls and I'm a loser, a weenie. And I threw 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 women one night at him, of my bitches. Oh man, you should really hook up with that one. I'm thinking, nigga, you must think small, man. If you think that just because it has a vagina and tits, that's it, that's the one. No. When I got this title, as I was earning it, I believe all I simply did was scratch the surface on what could be. Scratch the surface on on my range of potential, or on grasping my potential, or using my life, my body, my mind and my body connected to reach potential. And I think by lacking, I may have to straighten this down, I think, because it looks better like that. Because then why would it curve? There's a beauty in having a meal, a warm and dry place to sleep, surrounded after a success, after an endeavor, after overcoming a challenge, amongst people that are hungry to get after it. And I've seen people just say, "Oh man, I got attention, I got likes, I got a compliment." Oh man, they're happy. They're just happy to see my tits. They seek what they believe is approval. But it's I don't think that's it, man. I think I'm trying looking for the words here where people seek, when people or when one seeks a pleasure externally and not within. I'm getting lost in my train of thought here. But if consciousness is destroyed, or if it's merely just if consciousness is merely a combination of brain chemicals within us, and they stop being reproduced once oxygen's has flowed. Once oxygen has been stopped, once the flow of oxygen has been stopped in the blood, and the red blood cells and white blood cells are no longer able to repair this or that, and the heart stops beating and the body breaks down. And that's the end of life. No. I don't know. And that's just from what I know so far. And to me, it's scary, man, to quit before that. Again, when I've said most people die at the age of 23 and wait till they're 70 to get buried. When I learned that was creepy, man. Because I just recalled, just many people that I'm not thinking about the ones, well, not really as much as the ones that died honorably, getting after it, because they chose their life, and they, as painful, as tragic as their early death was, the beauty in it was that it wasn't a coward's, it was a warrior's. It was someone who got after it, someone who said, you know what, I want this and that to happen, and I will pursue it. Versus somebody else that is just a coward and breeds weakness, shows weakness, and spreads that through their bloodline, through the way they speak, at work, at school, at home, with family, with strangers, with co-workers. And then eventually it spawns into the fucking cancer of safe spaces and trigger warnings and other shit. And then people start believing that is normal, that is a normal way of thinking, to be scared of your own, to be scared of the not just your shadow, but the shadow of your potential. Fucking shadow of your potential. And I'm gonna keep on talking shit. I'm gonna keep on talking with all these lovely words. Keep using these lovely words here on this channel, because I think it's so easy, because it's comfortable to just be like, you know what, man? Why go after this? You know, I've only got 19 more years till retirement, and only 10 more years, only 5 more years, and well, you know, maybe I could go visit France when I'm 50. That's if you didn't get a heart attack, man, from not doing cardio, not eating nutritiously, instead of just eating fucking chicken McNuggets every day and some diabetic water every breakfast and lunch. And the trip, man. Just see. It's a trip and it's pathetic to see fucking punks. Oh man, I'm dying now. So look here, let me talk with you, man. Let me tell you what I know. Fuck you. Die slow. The least you could do is go die in the ocean. So at least you could become tuna food. Hopefully a swordfish catches you. You know what? I actually don't know what the fuck a swordfish eats, but I'm pretty sure your corpse would be great. What would it turn into? Feed the bottom dwellers, that feed the fish, that feed the sharks. That the food chain of the cycle of life in the ocean goes on. Now I'm thinking, man, if we were like Aquaman and had gills and we could live underwater, what sort of creative ways would we find to fuck that up? So it's a good thing that our fuckery is only limited to land somewhat. Get after it, motherfuckers.